Hello, Captains, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. This is the Doctor with Rami Summers. We are going to continue the Solanae Dyson Sphere missions. I really love these missions, some great rewards. Now, in the last episode, we did not really get a lot of good rewards for that stuff, going through all the introduction to the Dyson Sphere. But today we are going to get some awesome rewards in this mission, and in fact I will be replaying this mission a couple more times to get the rest of those rewards, and we'll talk about that at the end here. Before we begin though, didn't really get to use some of the new features of my ship that well that I'm really looking forward to trying out. For example, the Crinum Chronoton torpedo, still haven't seen what that really looks like. I didn't really get a chance to use this timeline stabilizer well. I have to remember that it has a very narrow field. Let's see, what is it? You have to be within a certain range for it to work. 3 kilometers, there it is. 3 kilometers. So I need to be close to the ships when I activate it. I got to keep that in mind, and we can see how that works. So hopefully we'll get a chance to see those things on this ship in action a little better today. And of course, otherwise, it's a great build so far for this mission content. Doing wonderful, haven't had a problem with it. As far as ground goes, I still have this Mark 13 Herald anti-proton split beam projector. I haven't been able to upgrade it to Mark 14 yet because I don't have the energy credits to buy one more tech upgrade to upgrade it to Mark 14, but hopefully after today's missions I will have some loot I can sell that I'll get enough EC that I can go ahead and upgrade this to the final Mark 14. So that'll be nice too. It'll finally have the latest version there. But let's get on with this mission today. So, Solanae Dyson Sphere. We are doing a step between stars. Sub-Commander Cole requires your help at the Solanae Dyson Sphere to rescue Admiral Tuac and complete a mission to stop a catastrophic event. Oh no! Admiral, we have discovered a station near the center of the Solanae Dyson Sphere that controls the station's ability to jump to other areas of space, utilizing the vast amounts of omega particles it generates as fuel. This could be disastrous for the Delta Quadrant. If the reaction is not perfect, vast areas of subspace would be damaged, rendering space travel in that region almost impossible. Our intel indicates that the Voth intend to take control of the station and jump the sphere back to their space. We cannot allow this to happen. Report to Joint Command. We'll need your help to stop them. Go to the Dyson Sphere Gateway in the Zur sector and then proceed to Dyson Joint Command. And here's the rewards we're going to get: a Solanae Deflector Array, a Solanae Hyper Impulse Engine, and a Solanae Resilient Shield. This is the space set I have been waiting for that could possibly replace our Jem'Hadar set we've been using for so long. And of course, now that I'm where I'm at on my level, this is all Mark 12 stuff, so the Mark level is higher than the Jem'Hadar stuff I have. So we'll be looking at that here at the end. This is a very fun mission, so sit back and relax. This is a very exploratory kind of mission, and I like that in Star Trek. Very awe-inspiring as well, considering where we're going and what's happening. Very sci-fi. If it will just load. Those load times. Sometimes, I tell you. Got me a nice glass of iced coffee here with ice. Alright, I need to actually speak to the logistics officer first.
You're just in time. Please follow me to Sub-Commander Cole.
Okay, so now I follow her. As if I couldn't go there myself. I don't know why I need a guide. I think I could figure out where he's at. I've been there before. But apparently we need a guide. She walks so slow. Speak with Sub-Commander Cole. I'm just going to go ahead and go straight there.
Thank you for reporting so promptly. Here is the situation. A Voth scientist has requested asylum, bringing with him information vital to our understanding of the sphere. We now know why it generates vast amounts of omega particles. It is designed to use those particles as fuel to jump to any area of space. There is a space station that controls the jumps in close orbit of the sphere's star.
Go on.
Admiral Tuac from Starfleet was selected to lead a small team to the station to try to disable it. With him is Dr. Eric Cooper, a scientist who has been studying Dyson and Iconian technology.
Cooper!
Something's gone wrong. 2 hours ago, we received a distress signal from Tuac. Please use the console to download the signal. Afterward, I'd like to hear your opinion of the situation.
All right. Where's Tuac's message?
Joint Command, please respond. This is Tuac. Sensors have detected a large Voth fleet moving toward the station. They have discovered us, and we have yet to complete our work. Communications with our ship are down. Our last contact with them indicated that they were having technical difficulties and may be forced to retreat to a safer location. I will be unable to stop a Voth advance without assistance.
Okay. So we gotta go save Tuac.
Tuac and Cooper are stranded with an entire Voth fleet bearing down on them. I need you to fly to the station, rescue our team, and finish the mission. Our fleet will engage the Voth to help keep them distracted. But to avoid detection, you'll need to fly roughly 100 kilometers above the surface of the star.
Flying close to the sun will put my ship at risk, but we'll do what the mission demands.
Speak with the logistics officer assigned to brief your crew on the situation. With your permission, we can help your engineers set up a temporary modulation for your shield frequencies that should allow your ship to travel that close to the sun safely.
Okay, very good. And here is my bridge crew, literally.
Greetings. Our engineers are working with your crew now to create a temporary modulation program that will help your shields protect your ship from the heat and radiation you will encounter on your way to the sun station. Your ship should be able to safely make the trip, but it won't be able to remain in orbit of the station.
I just noticed her green eyes. That is very green. I like.
We will need every available ship to fight the Voth. It would be best if your ship joined the fleet once you are aboard the station. Your goals on the station are to find Admiral Tuac, assist him to shut down the sphere's jump capabilities, and then retreat before the Voth fleet arrives. Do you have any questions? Admiral Tuac traveled to the station in a new starship, specifically designed to withstand the conditions there. The Dyson has reported some technical issues, but they should still be in transporter range. It will be standing by to assist you when you've completed your mission.
Understood. Beam to ship. So this is the mission where we got the new Dyson ships originally. And we will get to fly one in this mission as well. I love this because it's so close to the sun, but there's the battle group fighting the Voth. So close to the sun, and then actually we're going to be even closer to the sun. Look at that, we're scraping the surface. And there's a station that lives right there above it. It's just really awesome stuff. Captain, we are approaching the surface of the star. The modifications to our shields are holding off the worst of the effects, but they won't keep us safe for long. We're already losing subsystems to the heat and radiation. I can keep us flying for now with emergency backups, but more systems are going offline by the minute. It's only a matter of time before we lose something critical. Our ship will hold together. Best speed. Fly her apart then, as they would say in the original Star Trek. So, this is, really awesome stuff. I'm going to grab these particles, though, while we're here. Nothing like some sun particles. Very rare we come this close to a star. So let's grab those. Remember, we're still inside the Dyson sphere. There's obviously, that a star in the middle of it, and here it is. We're at it. Okay, Tuac. We can't establish any communications with the station, Admiral. Initial scans indicate that the nearby solar flares are interfering with our frequencies. It is possible for the air to repair the nearby solar flare inhibitors. That should allow us to contact the station. Very well, we'll repair the solar flare inhibitors, then contact Tuac. Okay, let's realign solar flare inhibitor wherever it is at. Oh, it's right there. That thing. Okay. We're having issues with the structural integrity field. So now here's the key. I need to stay away from these solar flares. And if I do that, I get an accolade for it if I don't hit any of them. See, these inhibitors like push down the solar flares, which is really cool. I mean, think about that kind of technology to be able to do that. That's really cool stuff. Very sci-fi, very futuristic. The Solanae, very advanced, thanks to the Iconians. Okay, we got one more. If I do it without hitting that solar flare, I should get an accolade. Good. Okay. We should now be able to hail Admiral Tuac.
Your arrival is timely. The Voth are already on the station.
I didn't get the accolade.
I am with Dr. Cooper, but many of the other members of our team have been killed. Any assistance you can render would be useful. I recommend that you speak to your crew before transport. Your vessel will not be able to remain in range for long.
Understood. I'll be there soon. Captain, the ship will suffer irreversible damage if we stay this close to the sun. We can retreat, perform critical repairs, and then rejoin the fleet against the Voth. What are your orders? Support the fleet once I leave. I was supposed to get an accolade for not hitting the solar flares, but I didn't. That's weird.
Greetings. I am Admiral Tuac. The man behind the crates is Dr. Eric Cooper.
Cooper?
The Federation Science Council's expert on Dyson technology.
Yes. Hello, I'm Dr. Cooper.
Yeah, we've met.
Allow me to brief you on the situation, so we may determine the best plan of action. Main power is offline. I am not sure what caused this disruption, but the event was fortunate. The darkness is a distinct tactical advantage. There are manual overrides in each room. I have temporarily disabled the one between us and the Voth. The Dyson's captain has moved ahead to determine what is beyond the next door. There are 2 generator rooms that control much of the station's operations. The generator room to the south controls the power. The control room to the west, where the Voth are, maintains the station's jump capabilities. It is imperative we reach the west control room and disable it before the Voth jump this sphere back to their space. The release of the Omega particles needed for this reaction would be catastrophic.
How many Voth are between us and the control room?
More than the 3 of us can safely engage. Defeat would be certain. However, if we restore main power, we can use the station's automated defenses to even the odds, if we can avoid being targeted by them ourselves. I understand you have extensive combat experience. Do you have any suggestions?
Well, we should find any survivors and make our way to the generator room. Cole mentioned you had a ship in orbit. Could they help?
I have attempted to hail them, but received no response. The ship's shields and hull plating are designed to withstand the extreme amounts of heat, pressure, and radiation generated by this sphere's star. However, it is a prototype vessel on its first voyage. There were several unexpected system failures. The communications array must be among them. The ship has retreated to a safe location to make repairs. Until they are able to complete them, they will not be able to assist us.
Okay, well, let's do this.
We're moving
then.
away from the Voth, right?
No, not necessarily. Who are you? He's talking, but he's not
Good
talking.
thing you're here. I'll try to get the ship.
Nope, actually you're gonna die. Okay, scan the area for threats. I'd say there's a threat, you just died. Is there anything I can grab around here? Just want to make sure. Okay. Killed by automated defenses. Try to resurrect ally. Cool. Let's do that. His tail's still waving. Does that count? His tail's alive. Confer with Tuac.
I am not detecting the Voth that killed the captain. He is using cloak technology. Tactically, his best option is to remain hidden and attempt to waylay us one by one. We must move forward. The trapped Voth will be attempting to circumvent my modifications. What do you suggest?
Watch my back. If you see Voth, shoot first. I like that, so we're going with that. Nice option. Just check out around here and make sure there's nothing to do. Okay, good. Anybody to revive over here? Nope. Okay. The defenses in here can be quite lethal, Tuac says. It was awful, the sounds, the blood, ugh. Ah, control room. I will stand watch while you and the doctor examine the generator. Okay. Blue.
If I understand this correctly, we can restore main power activating consoles that match the symbol up here. After the first one is activated, we'll only have 20 seconds to activate the other two. If we don't, the system will defend itself. Also, activating the wrong consoles will trigger the system's defenses. Be careful.
So basically, Simon says. Well, that says blue, so let's find the blue one. Where is it? Blue.
That looks right.
Yellow.
That looks right.
Red. Not a very difficult security system.
That did it. The final console is unlocked.
I think that most people could figure that out. Yeah, not a very good security system. And there's the sun. Very awesome view up here. This is really, really cool stuff. And there's the Voth. Oh, and they got a mech. Okay, Tuac. Incoming Voth, what do you suggest?
This does not bode well. By restoring main power, we have released the locks, preventing the Voth from reaching our location. They will already be on the move. We will require Cooper's assistance to subvert the automated defenses for our own use. The Doctor is an expert in the technology found on the sphere. This is well within his capabilities.
Okay, Cooper.
What are we going to do? The Voth will be here any second, and I don't think they're in the mood to take prisoners. Please, you have to get me out of here. I'm not like you and Tuac. I'm much too important to die here.
Calm down. We'll all get out of here alive if you help us.
My help? What could I do? You and Tuac have done everything so far. I don't even know how to use a phaser. I just want to go back to my lab. I was never meant for field work.
Tuac said no one knows this technology better than you do. You can do this, Cooper.
Tuac said that? Well, maybe. I might know the technology, but I don't work well under pressure. I need time and space to think, and I need to be able to do my work without fear of being killed. I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Cooper, I believe in you.
All right, I'll try. If we're here, and the station's defenses are active, but we're not under attack. But if that's the case, wait, I can do this. Just give me a moment.
Do it. You can do it.
I think if I try this...
Dr. Cooper, we require a solution.
I'm working on it. Vulcans, If I can just try that... Yes, I have it. I've done something. I'm not ready for what's being thrown at me here. Maybe I could activate the beams or something else?
Allow me, Doctor. Fascinating. With this exposed, I can manually activate the defenses in the next room. However, there is another possibility.
What is it?
Instead of activating the defenses to assist you, I can reroute the power to attempt to send a message to our stranded ship. It may not help, but we have been out of contact for hours. Your options are activating the defense beams, activating swarmers, or using none of them.
Tell me more about the beams.
I can activate beams of energy that will shoot down in set periods of time. I do not have any further control than that. But you could lure some of the Voth into the beams. The beams are quite deadly, so I would advise keeping your distance. This would be our easiest option against the Voth, but if we are not careful, we could be caught in the beams. Would you prefer I activate the beams?
Tell me more about the swarmers.
I can alter the programming of the security swarmers that normally patrol this area. They will attack the Voth, but they also will attack us if there are no other targets. The swarmers will provide a distraction for us, but they could also be a liability. Do you want me to activate the swarmers?
What are our odds if we have no defenses?
Slim enough that I cannot recommend it. However, if you choose to do so, I will support you.
Well, how about this then? Let's do the beams.
I can activate...
I'll wait here. You go on ahead. Okay, defeat Voth in the security room. I guess it's all up to me. Let's get my Herald weapon out. They should be familiar with... Well, not them, but this technology should be similar anyway. Let's take them out.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Yeah, that does pretty... Whoa, they're doing a lot of damage to me. Oh, crap, I'm dead. Okay, so, basically, I need better defenses. They really, killed me fast there. Oh, Tuac, they're coming for you. Okay, I need some better defenses, my gosh. I guess I probably need better armor and shields eventually. My weapon is cool, but I die in a matter of seconds. Well, that's no good. So I found out a weakness. If it weren't for Tuac, I wouldn't be able to do this. Okay, well, I guess it worked, but what armor and shields? Oh, I'm using the Jem'Hadar armor and shields, which is not the worst in the game, but apparently compared to the Voth, not very good. Wow. I could probably use some of that Mako reputation armor and shields. Alright, now what? I'm here. Oh, return to the initial room. Oh, we gotta go all the way back. Never mind. Okay, fine.
Arm yourself. It is the Voth who killed the captain.
Enemy targets on sensors. Personal shield losing power.
The Jem'Hadar set cloaked me, though. See, I like that. went down pretty easy. That was an explosion of sufficient magnitude to cause a breach. I'm fine, I'm fine. The Voth can't get in. You may want to put a shield up around the next door before you open it. Oh. Activate shield. Open the door. Well, that's a problem.
My modifications successfully locked the Voth out of this area. However, there was an armed Voth battlesuit in the corridor. The station's automated swarmers attacked, and this is the result.
Try to contact the Dyson again. They can transport us across.
No response. According to my readings, there is no method of direct access. Unless your ship is within range, we are stranded.
My crew will be with the fleet. Should we wait for Cooper?
I'm here! I'm here! Wait!
Doctor, we require a way to access the other areas of the station. Your thoughts?
I have an idea, but you may not like it. Those EV suits over there. They have maneuvering jets that we could use on the outside of the station. I've looked them over, and they should be able to withstand the heat of the sun.
Should?
Well, nothing will withstand that much heat and radiation for long. The suits appear to be designed for use in the shadow of the station. But, technically, they can keep us safe. For a little while.
They will have to suffice. We have no other logical option.
Looks like we're going outside the station. This tail is bothering me really bad. Thought it was like a worm or something over there crawling around like an alien creature. Alright, let's get into an EV suit. We're going outside. I guess I have to put it on myself. Yay! I love these suits, by the way. These Solanae suits are pretty cool.
Do you really need me out there? Internal comms are still active. I could just tell you what you have to do. I really can't stand any more stress. I have no idea why Admiral Tuac chose me for this project. I'm not trained for field work. If I get home alive, I'm writing a letter to the Federation Science Council. I'll file a formal complaint.
Hey, we need you with us. We can't go without you.
I know. But flying over a star? It's crazy. I don't even like using the holodeck. All I can think about is how I'm going to burn to a crisp and die horribly, away from everyone I care about.
I need you to have confidence. You will not die. I'll help you.
Well, I've seen the stories about you. You've been through a lot for one captain. If you can do this, maybe I can too. I'll get my EV suit. Let's go.
You'll be fine.
Click here to activate your EVs.
I did. And let's go out into space. This is just completely awesome.
I can do this. I can do this.
Calm yourself, Doctor. Conserve your oxygen.
We are over a star. Oh, and I am running into everything. There is a large piece of debris blocking the station's entrance. I'm floating too high up. Why am I flying up?
There is a large amount of debris blocking the entrance. It will be impossible for us to move it without assistance. I can scan the area for anything that may be of use.
Good idea.
There are two objects of interest. The first is the remains of a Voth battlesuit. There is a mortar payload within it that we can place onto the debris. The second is the remains of a swarmer, specifically a miniaturized communications device. We could use it to detonate the mortar remotely.
Okay, you get the communicator, I'll get the payload. So way over there is a Voth battlesuit I have to fly to. Wonderful. This was supposed to be a short trip. We can't spend much time out here because of the heat and radiation. Look, I'm already frying. My suit is electrifying. I'm frying. My suit's electrifying. But let's go toward this battle suit anyway and pick up some explosives. Good. That was relatively easy and scary at the same time. Crazy place. Set charge. Okay, now let's fly back over here. Where did Cooper go? Or is that Cooper? Where did Tuac go then? Are you Cooper or Tuac? You're Cooper. Where did Tuac go? Okay, let's set it off. Yay, okay.
The door is sealed. Any ideas, Doctor?
There should be a manual release for the locks above us.
Oh, great. I gotta go up there and do a manual release. Actually, I got 3 manual releases. Okay, so here's the first one. Flying is a little tricky in these suits. Stopping is the hard part. Okay, that one is done. That one is done, and then there will be one down here. Okay, got it. Coming in for a landing. Boom, we're in. And we're still flying. I like that.
Your EV suit does not protect you in combat.
Okay, so there we go. Turn that off and put my other thingy back on. Everything is slanted.
Something has closed the doors. Most unsettling.
I think the station's defenses are activating.
Enemy targets on sensors. Flanking damage detected.
I can take him out in one shot. That's cool. Move forward. Okay. That wasn't too difficult. Ah, yeah, the sunroom.
Use caution. The Windows shields are malfunctioning in this area. The shadows of those consoles should provide a measure of safety.
Yeah, well, let's not get toasted. Everybody stand back. Let's get into the shadow of the console. We have 3 consoles. Okay, let's get into this one. And then this one. Yay! Alright, fix that problem. Go to main controls. Alright, fuse, computer wiring. Get out of here. That's a death trap. Okay. Activate main controls.
There we go. The deactivation program is moving nicely.
Doctor, I'm detecting something curious. Energy levels in the gateway in front of us are rising at an exponential rate. It appears to be activating.
What? Let me check. Oh, this is not good. The gateway is designed to be an escape hatch in the event this station goes offline. We cannot deactivate the jump protocols without activating the gateway as well.
Is there any way to override the protocols?
None that I can see. If we want to stop the jump, we have to activate that gate.
It seems we have little choice. Your thoughts?
I don't know.
As Tuac said, we have no choice. If we want to stop this sphere from moving, we need to activate the gateway. Our time here is limited. The Voth will return in force. We have to do this now. There is no other option.
Okay, it's time to shut it down. Sure, why not? That's why we're here, after all.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could have found a better way. I failed you both.
Do not dwell on this. If there was another option, we would have found it. One moment. We are being hailed. Tuac here.
Chief Engineer Tarkram of the Dyson here, Admiral.
Acknowledged, Chief. Are all of your systems restored?
The opening of the gateway cleared up the ambient distortion disruptions. Do you need transport?
Yes, I want to get off this station now.
We are ready to depart. Chief, do you have a lock?
Admiral Tuac, come in!
Voth?
Dyson, 3 to beam up.
We can't get a lock. You need to get out of the hot zone. Move!
The whole place is a hot zone. What are you talking about? I need to get to the extraction points. And this is not the door to do that. This way. Everybody follow me. Run like you've never run before. We're going to die. We're going to die. Says Cooper.
We have a lock on you, sir. Just give the word.
Beam us up. Okay. Oh, there's a Voth ship. A Citadel ship going through the gateway.
Good to have you on board, sir.
We're in the Dyson.
I'm Chief Engineer Tarkram. The fleet and your ship are still engaged with the Voth, but several Voth ships are making their way towards the gateway. One of their dreadnoughts has already passed through. As the only available ship, we have orders to stop the other Voth from entering the gateway.
Stop the Voth ships trying to use the gateway.
Engage your ship's special functions by clicking here.
So we are now, I'm just auto-activating on my weapons. Put some weapon power mode. Should be good to go. We are now in the new Dyson ship. One of the new Dyson ships, or the Dyson ship. So this is pretty much a science ship. So we got a lot of science abilities and a lot of metaphasic shielding and all kinds of stuff. Also proton damage that it's doing. Let's look real quick at its build. We have a photon torpedo launcher. We got a phaser beam array, a dual phaser beam bank, the Solanae dual heavy proton cannons. We do have the Solanae deflector on, a Solanae secondary deflector, Solanae impulse, Solanae overcharged warp core, and a shield. Now obviously you can't take any of this stuff off. I mean, I wish I could. I could like steal everything here. No, you can't do that. It's all fused on. 2 beams and a torpedo back here. We have the protonic shield matrix. So we've got a nice set of gear on here. Shield inversion projector. And the proton destabilizer module. A Mark 1 flow caps. That's crazy. Okay, so I see what they've done here. Interesting kind of build. Well, let's go attack the Voth.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
The Voth are so blurry. Sweet. Not bad at all. Not for a science ship. Of course, I'm a tactical character, so I'm doing a little more damage. But,
there are no more Voth in the vicinity, but one dreadnought did go through the gateway. If my readings are correct, it is passing into another Dyson sphere, this one deeper in the Delta Quadrant. If the Voth are allowed to enter another sphere, they will try to claim it, as they have fought to claim this one.
Okay, let's enter the gateway and stop them then.
Navigational readings indicate that we are in the Delta Quadrant. However, we are inside a Dyson sphere, and there are no known structures of this type in this region. I'm detecting the presence of a Starfleet vessel, the USS Gold. That ship disappeared on a survey of the Jenolan Dyson sphere at the precise instant the Iconian Gateway network was reset to save New Romulus.
The Jenolan Dyson sphere?
This sphere was discovered by the crew of the USS Jenolan in 2294. The USS Enterprise D rescued Montgomery Scott, a survivor of the Jenolan 75 years later. However, it now appears that the Jenolan sphere had the same jump capabilities as the Solanae, and moved to this location with the Gold inside.
Interesting. What is the status?
I am detecting disabled systems on the Gold, but there is no weapons damage. Also, sensors indicate that the Voth Dreadnought has its weapons armed, but has not fired. What do you suggest?
Hail the Gold, find out what they know. Cool. So now we are inside a completely different Dyson sphere, the Jenolan Dyson sphere from Enterprise, from TNG, where they rescued Montgomery Scott, of course, who had crashed into the surface and put himself in a continuous transporter loop and survived inside a transporter for 75 years. And yeah, it was a pretty interesting episode, and we saw our first Dyson sphere in that episode, and this is that Dyson sphere.
Thank the prophets. I knew someone would find us. We were on a routine survey in the Janolan Dyson sphere when something happened. Systems that have been dormant for centuries activated. The energy readings were off the scale. Then a flash and...
We're here now. You are not alone.
My nav computer claims we're in the Delta Quadrant. If that's right, this entire Dyson sphere somehow moved itself more than 50,000 light years from its previous position. Since then, we've been stuck. I would have taken Voyager's path back home if we could get out of the sphere. The doors were locked tight and the gateway powered down as soon as we arrived.
The sphere did move, but we can help you return home.
Glad to have the help. Supplies are running low. But what was that ship that just passed us? Shares some signs of Voth tech, but our databanks don't have anything like that.
Now, my question about her remark about supplies running low, has she tried to, fly to the surface and see if there's any supplies down there? I mean, we're talking about a very large surface here. I'm sure there's lakes, water, maybe food supplies, materials. If supplies are running low, just land and try to find supplies, because there's probably a lot of stuff down there. I mean, look at that. It looks like there's a whole city just right there, and it's a huge place. So, yeah, I mean, there's water right there. Plenty of water. Anyway, all right, explain everything that's happened with the Voth.
Another Dyson sphere? It's taken us 40 years to study this one, and we're not even close to understanding it. And if that ship was Voth, it would explain why they ignored our hails. They came in with their weapons armed and then simply stopped. Didn't see us as a threat. The ship set course for the sealed door and is just sitting there. They're ignoring us. I promised my crew we'd get home. If you could send over a team with some spare components, I can get this ship ready to travel.
Okay. Let's do that. Let's help them out.
I have extensive experience with the Voth. While they are arrogant, it is not like them to completely ignore a potential threat. It may be that they sense a greater danger. I suggest we approach and attempt to hail them. Voyager found that some Voth were open to negotiation. We should make every attempt to find a peaceful solution.
Okay, let's go to the Voth ship then. Hello, Voth. Are you alive in there?
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Take that as a yes? Maybe? Cutscene?
The Voth are moving towards the door.
Tuac?
Your query will have to wait, Doctor. Shields are down and we...
Oh, crap.
You're not...
Cooper!
You're not Cooper.
Nope, you're an Undine.
The weak shall perish.
Indeed. So, Cooper was an Undine all along. Wow.
Captain, the Undine outside of the sphere are powering weapons. The mammalian ship is still disabled.
Arm all weapons. We will destroy the creatures and then return for the mammals.
Oh, snap. The Undine are angry. They just totally blew the door freaking open and destroyed the Voth Citadel ship in one shot.
I am unharmed, but we are in danger.
In
we
one
are
shot.
Deep within the Delta Quadrant, right where Cooper wanted us. We do not know how long this infiltrator has impersonated Cooper, or the extent of what he has done. However, I am quite familiar with the tactics of Species 8472. We will repel the Undine and survive to warn the Alpha Quadrant of the renewed threat.
Mm-hmm. If you say so. Finally, a worthy adversary for my new ship. Alright, well now we've got to fight the Undine. We went from Voth to Undine in a matter of seconds. Alright, well let's see what this ship can do, huh? What is that? Synchronized barrage? Sure. the Undine are a lot harder than the Voth, apparently. I'm having a hard time taking down just that one ship. I wish I had my ship. Wow, the Undine ships are a lot more difficult than the Voth. What does that do? Built to last. Okay. Defeat waves of incoming Undine. Oh great, there's waves of them.
The Lisette is here to provide any assistance you require.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Thank you, I need your help.
Shields have failed. 4 shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%.
Okay, wave 3. Thank you, Lisette. Definitely, how did they get here? I guess they came through the portal.
Ship is under attack.
Bigger ships.
The Fortescue is here. Now the real fight can begin.
It is not over yet, Captain. 2 Undine dreadnoughts are approaching.
Okay, lovely.
Target's shields have failed. Four shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%. Hull integrity below 50%. Right shield failing. Four shields failing. Target's shields have failed.
Man, they are not going down easy. Wow, that was pretty tough there.
Good to see you. We would have arrived sooner, but there was a Voth fleet in the way.
Yeah.
Congratulations on a successful mission. Now the Romulan Republic will take over. We'll set up a command center for further operations. I'm sure Command will contact you when your presence is needed.
I don't believe the Republic has the authority to do that. I think the Klingons are going to be a little upset.
No, this ends now. Our generosity to the Romulans can only extend so far. The Klingon Empire claims this Dyson Sphere as its own. Starfleet and the Republic would be wise to keep their distance.
This sphere is already claimed by the Federation, or this Solana Dyson Sphere is controlled by an alliance. Why would this one be different?
Oh? Are you prepared to back that statement with action? The Klingon Empire has restrained itself again and again in an attempt to maintain this alliance with the Romulans. I think it's time I remind you of what happens when a Klingon loses patience.
Alright, remain calm. We don't need to do this.
Fighting over this sphere is not an option. It would divide our strength. Precisely what would benefit the Undine. The Voth chose to fight instead of cooperate. They were destroyed. We can choose not to be enemies. It is time we did so.
The Klingon Empire will not sit and wait while the Federation and Romulans continue to claim these powerful weapons for themselves. This conversation is not over.
The Romulan Republic will continue to take responsibility for areas within our jurisdiction, but I do not wish to cause a rift in what has been a successful joint action. However, I will not be put in a position where I must choose between the Federation and the Klingon Empire. We have agreements on both sides that must be honored. Sub-Commander Cole can handle the details. I am a ship captain, not an administrator.
Cooper's departure has lifted the miasma in my mind, an affliction that I did not even realize was there. He was influencing me. He used the psychic abilities of the Undine to influence my thoughts, and the results are an effect of my failure. I should have been able to detect his influence.
We must look forward. What now?
We have fulfilled our mission to neutralize the jump capabilities of the Solanae sphere, only to open up a gateway that the Undine can now use to reach our space. They will no longer have to create rifts from fluidic space. Was this Cooper's plan all along? I suggest we return to Sub-Commander Cole. We must attempt to save the fragile peace of the Alliance.
Alright, well, let's report to him then, I guess. Everybody's fighting. Lovely.
The sphere is under Federation control.
This sphere is only accessible through an Alliance-controlled gateway.
Then perhaps it is time to end this alliance.
This is neither the time nor the place for this.
Commander Jarrah is correct. The Undine are a threat to us all. Now they have direct access to our space. I propose a summit. We must decide together what we must do to protect the Alpha Quadrant. Our disputes may need to be put aside in the face of a greater enemy. I volunteer to mediate these talks. Dr. Cooper manipulated me to achieve his goals. It is only logical that I take responsibility for what has happened here.
Very well, Vulcan. We will finish this later.
There's tension in the ranks. Well, tension in the people. To be continued. That's not even the end of it all. To be continued. What a very long and complex mission. I could not have anticipated all of this, Admiral. I feel for Admiral Tuac, but I was fooled by Cooper's disguise as well. Tuac and I will begin working on the next steps. We need to get everyone to sit down together and discuss what we should do before we start shooting at one another. I will contact you for your aid once we have concrete plans. You can rest assured we will need your help in this. What a complex story. Very good, very solid. I love it. It's a very long mission, but I mean, it paves the way for what's going to come in the future missions and stuff. So really nice setup for a lot of things, moving us out of all the other missions we've played, and now moving us into this whole Solanae Iconian war that eventually we're going to get into, the Delta Quadrant. All this stuff is just coming at us in this mission and paves the way for all those future missions we're going to do. So I love this mission. It's great for that. Also, it provides this Solanae set, which for a science character is a very good thing, and if you fly any of the Dyson ships is also a good thing. The only thing this set does not provide is the secondary deflector array and the warp core. You have to actually get the C-Store Dyson ship, for those items. But anyway, I am going to pick up the deflector here, and like I said, I'm going to replay this 2 times to get both the impulse and the shield because I want the complete set. And if we look at the abilities of the deflector here, you will see that it has an improvement to accuracy. That is important for our escort. This has an improvement to ship hit points that's going to make our hull strength higher, which is, not bad, and it's good for an escort too because it's can always use more hit points. Resist, shield drain, and energy drain is pretty high on that. That's good for doing Borg stuff, like if we want to start doing Borg STFs. And improves exotic damage. That one is not going to benefit us. That one is more of a sciencey ability. We're not using any exotic damage abilities, but it's there anyway. And compared to the shield we're using, we'll compare them after I get all the pieces. The impulse engine has plus 16 flight speed. It has a turn rate improvement. It will increase weapon power. It says 0 right now, but once it's equipped and you're in space, you'll see the actual stat. It'll increase our weapon power setting. That's important because we are an escort and we need a lot of weapon power. It'll also increase auxiliary power. That will become big for us when we start having abilities, traits, and there's a console later on where auxiliary power will improve your critical chance and critical severity, so that will help there. A 25% chance to gain more turn rate and flight speed, so that'll make our ship even faster when that hits. So that's a pretty good impulse engine for our ship. And then the shield is a resilient shield, not a covariant. It has that lovely 5% absorption, 5% bleed through that escorts love. Not the highest shield capacity, mind you, but it does have that. And then it does have, what makes this one really good, is it reduces all energy damage to shields by 10% when hit by directed energy attacks. And you have a 1% chance to reflect 33% of the damage back to the attacker. So it's a pretty good shield, and when you put all 3 together, you have this 2-piece and 3-piece bonus. You have cyclical shield conduits, and then 3 of these pieces you will get the structural integrity leech. That's right, a leech. So let's look at that real quick. I'll take the deflector. And we will look at those bonuses here. We have the cyclical shield conduits, which will give us plus 3.2 shield power setting, and bonus increase at low power shield power setting with 2 of these pieces engaged. 3 of these pieces will give us grant all of your energy weapon attacks a 2.5 chance to repair your hull for 100% of the damage they deal. May only trigger once per second, max 1102 hull restored, minimum 275.5 hull restored. So a hull regeneration when we're doing damage, so that's quite nice. The only thing we're not going to have is this advanced metaphasic shield because we need the warp core for that, and we don't have the warp core. We have to buy the ship or whatever to get that, so we're not going to have that. But the other stuff we are going to have. So I think this set I will replace the Jim Hadar set with once I get all the pieces, and we'll finally have a better set maybe, and try something a little different because we've used the Jim Hadar set now for a very long time. So I'm looking forward to trying a different set and seeing how that works. If it doesn't work out, we can put the Jim Hadar one back on. I won't delete it or anything. But I want to try the Solanae set, even though it's more for a science ship. I want to try it on our escort here on a tactical character and see how it works. I'm very interested. Also, it's Mark 12, so it's a little higher mark level than what we're using now. I just want to say real quickly, I do have all the pieces now that I can sell to get the energy credits to upgrade my weapon to Mark 14, so I'm going to do that. We do get to keep the Solanae Marksman environmental suit from that mission, so I've just noticed that. I hope that's not a fluke. I mean, if we go back to Sol, is it going to get erased? Let's double check, because I don't want it to. I would like to be able to keep it. I didn't know you get to keep it like that. I thought you had to, like, do a bunch of grindy stuff to get those new sets. At least we had to in the past. Yeah, it's still there, so we get to keep that. Solanae Marksman environmental suit. That's good. I'm gonna take it, obviously. A much better environmental suit compared to the replicator freebie one. Or the one you get for like nothing. I think it's in the dilithium store. Anyway, cool, okay, we'll keep that. The only other thing I want to say is that we just didn't get to use our own ship in this mission. We had to use the Dyson ship. So again, I did not get to see the Critum torpedo or the timeline stabilizer in action and really test them. So ever since I've got these things, I haven't really had a mission yet, or we haven't had a mission yet, where I've really got to use those abilities. So that's kind of a shame, but I think maybe we will in the next one. Let's see what the next one is. I forget. It's called Fluidic Destruction. Yeah, that one we might be able to use it. And then surface tension, I believe. Yeah, surface tension will definitely be able to use it, because there's a lot of space battle in that one. So there will be some missions coming up here that we are going to get to finally use those abilities on our ship. I wish we could have used our own ship in this mission. That's my only thing. But I get it. They wanted to show off the Dyson ship, because they wanted people to buy the Dyson ship. That was the first time it had come out, and you know, they want people to buy it. Okay, well everybody, that was a very fun mission. I enjoyed it. Much more coming up to do. Like I said, I'm going to replay this a couple of times and get all the Solanae stuff. So when we come back on the next mission, I'll have my ground weapon upgraded to Mark 14, and I will have the entire Solanae set on the ship. And we'll be ready to go for the next one. So thank you all for watching, and stay tuned.